Hello students, good morning, welcome to the class. So we have completed first chapter of civics in our previous class, and now today we are going to start the second chapter of geography, that is forest and wildlife resources. So forest and wildlife resources. Forest ecosystem. This entire habitat that we live in has immense biodiversity. Human along with all living organisms form a complex web of ecological system in which we are only a part and very much depend on this system for our own existence. For example, the plants, the animals, the microorganisms recreated the quality of air we breathe, the water we drink, and the soil that produces our food, without which we cannot survive. Forest plays a key role in the ecological system, as these are also the primary producers on which all other living beings depend. So in ecosystem we depend on each other. We could not imagine our life without these without the ecological system, that is the plants, the microorganisms, and the animals which are around us. Without them our life could not exist. So next is flora and fauna in India. India has one of the world's richest country in terms of very vast array of biological diversity. So there is a huge variety of flora and fauna in India. So firstly know that what is flora. Let us know that what is flora. The flora of a country consists of a plant kingdom of that country. It covers trees and the forest, other flowering and non-flowering trees grown by men, grassland, shrubs, fence, etc. India possesses about 47,000 different species of plants, and 5,000 of them are exclusively found in India. So flora is a species or different species of plant kingdom. Okay. And what is fauna? The fauna of a country consists of bird, fish, and animals. It also includes amphibians, reptiles, mammals, small insects, and worms. The fauna of India is quite rich and varied. There are all about 89,000 species in India. Depletion of flora and fauna by human activities. So India has very huge variety of flora and fauna. Now see the depletion of flora and fauna by human activities. So what are the human activities due to which there is a depletion of or destroying of flora and fauna in India or on the earth? First is human have cleared the jungles for their own living and living of their animals. So first reason is the deforestation. Next is the agriculture expansion during the colonial rule. So for the agriculture purpose, they remove the forest land and clear the forest land area, and on that land they practice agriculture. So this is also the main reason of depletion of flora and fauna. Third one is the great demand of sleeper for the expansion of railway and ship. So during the colonial time, there is a great requirement for expansion of railways and ships, and these were made of wood during the colonial time, and wood we get from forest. So there is a huge cutting of trees during the colonial time. Number 4, as a result of removal of the original plant cover and the replacement by the single crop, the biological diversity has been reduced, and a single crop has become vulnerable to pests and diseases. So due to this there is a huge loss of fertility of soil, and disease also spread in land. Next is the burning of fossil fuel in large quantities. Automobile exhaust gases influence from factories or have led to the pollution of air and water. So pollution of air and water is one of the major cause of depletion of flora and fauna on earth. As a result of pollution of air and water, various species of plants have become extinct because pollution of air and water adversely affect plants. So pollution, deforestation are the major causes of depletion of flora and fauna. Next is India's rich flora assist. So India is very rich in different types of or different species of flora assets. India possesses about 47,000 about different species of plants. About 5,000 of them are found exclusively in India. Natural vegetation depends very much on climatic condition and soil. The very large variety of flora depends on the varied landforms, terrain, soil range of daily and annual temperature and varying amount of rainfall. India, being a vast country, has a great variety of soil types such as laterite soil, black soil, alluvial soil, etc. India also possesses various types of climate. These are certain regions that have equal moderate climate. So India has a huge variety of climatic condition. There is a very much natural vegetation depends on climatic condition, and India has all different types of climates which are helpful in the growth of plants, different species of plants. India has different types of soils also, and on different regions there are different types of soils which are helpful in the growth of different types of plants. Next is the forest distribution in India. Forests are very unevenly distributed in India. Some areas like Haryana have a low as 3.8% of their area under forest cover, while there are other states like Andaman and Nicobar Island have forest cover range between 86.9%. So in Haryana, forest land cover 3.8%, and in Andaman and Nicobar there is 86.9%. Haryana, Punjab, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Delhi and Jammu Kashmir have less than 10% of their areas under forest cover, because these are the areas where their population is very high, so there is very less forest land or forest cover area. Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Assam, Nagaland, Meghalaya have more than 60% areas covered with forest. At present, about 23.3% area is of India is under forest, whereas according to National Forest Policy, it should be 33%. So at present, 23% area of India is under forest, but according to the forest policy, it should be 33%. Now see the India's rich fauna assets. You have read about the India rich flora asset, and now we will read the topic. India's rich fauna assets means the different species of animals, fishes, amphibians, reptiles, etc. So we will start this topic in our next class.